Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, guys. I did not. Sorry, that's an in-joke. Um, oh, hi, Mark. That's a really bad in-joke. All right, here's the elevator. I was wondering where it was. It's here. Um, yeah, I mean, it's been a loopy kind of, goofy kind of week because I really don't know whether to laugh, cry, or kick up my heels. Hey there, good looking. Good looking. Oh my god, it's hot as a fucking oven in here. Can you tell? Stainless steel, fucking 38 degrees. My eyeballs are gonna pop out like Total Recall. Shit. I just went to the convenience store. Oh Christ. It just got me thinking, you know, this is something that I've thought about for a long time. About our green earth and the continents that we have. Us humans, we divided up the earth into continents. And I often wonder, which continent has the best communication amongst themselves? And which continent gets along the most? Does it matter? Probably not, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter whether they get along or they don't get along. Whether they like each other or don't like each other. Not on the grand scheme of things. Well, of course, one would hope that we all would aspire to live in a Gene Roddenberry kind of utopia where everybody gets along. Am I right? But as we know, that is not the case. I chose 92 this time. Good old 1992. Helps me remember. Alright, folks. I've got to press this. 92, enter. Goddamn, 192 yen. I'm gonna. Alright. Light is green, trap is clean. Pull it out. There we go. I'm gonna finish my thought. Just gonna check the old bicycle. I love this place. It's just a shame it's not air conditioned. But I love the creepiness of it. The liminal space. Each bike represents a soul that's ridden on it. Getting mighty deep. But to be honest, this is the old gym. This is the old Creative Mind gym that used to do video blogs. Except nowadays, he's got a face like a bomb full of pork meat. And that's Shogunai, if you ask me. My friend Queasy, who's watching this right now, he said, it's good to see me back in my element. And I have to agree. And you've got to understand, folks, that Japan is the number one center of insanity. It's kind of like if Terry Gilliam was a place on Earth, it would be Japan. Alright, I'm going to wait for these cars. I'm not going to take any risks. And before you comment, it's really dead on this in this neighborhood. So Don't worry so much. It's hard to explain, but these roads are seldom driven on, and all I have to do is get to this bit. And I can hear the comments now. Oh, you're playing with life or whatever. You're messing with fire or something. Well, the thing of it is, I'm not really. Anyways, the point is, I was talking about continents, as in Europe, North America, South America, Asia, Africa. I was thinking, which one gets along the most? Which one has the best camaraderie? Now, you would think it would be Africa, wouldn't you? Because they're all connected. See, I know when to let the crazy fast person go. I'm in no rush. I'll take my time. I like to take my time, as Mr. Rogers would say. So really, it should be Africa, really, if you think about it. Because they're all connected. There's no sea dividing them. As far as I know, there are no Great Lakes dividing them. As far as I know. There may be deserts and stuff, but you would think. And it may well be. Is it South America? South America seems, I don't know, it's pretty war-torn, but still, you know, they're definitely on the same page when it comes to entertainment and lust for life. Is it Europe? Tricky. We definitely have a common ground. But do we get along with each other? Well, historically, no. But do we understand each other? Maybe, perhaps. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Wow, wow, I look great. I'm so photogenic. It's like a zombie exploded in a microwave and this is the result. Look at this, look, sweaty fucking meaty bastard that I am. I don't care anymore. Who cares? There are more days behind me than in front of me. Why do I care? Why do I care? I don't care. I don't give a rat's ass. Yep. Well said. I'll take that with me. I'll just probably send this to Greasy because he's the only one that's going to let me off the hook with this stuff. The riding and the cycling, and he'll still probably have a go at me. Now, I wouldn't try this around the streets of Machida, for example. The only reason I'm doing this is because I've done this route, and as you can see, it's a pretty unique route. Anyway, going back to continents. Being an expatriate for some 20 plus years, it goes in stages. You realize that, number one, you begin to learn what it means to be your own nationality, in my case, British or English. What does it mean to be English? What does it mean to be British? You go through that phase. Then you go through the phase of what does it mean to be European? And then you go through the phase of what does it mean to be a foreigner? And it never ceases to amaze me how foreigners are all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat here. We're all despised. And do they despise each nationality equally? There is a political group that does. The good thing about them is they don't discriminate about where you came from. They just hate all of us. They just don't want one single foreigner in their country. Which is weird when you consider that their language came from China. Well, how did that work out? Oh well. There you go. See, I know this little quiet route now, you see. Didn't know it before, but now I do. There's no traffic, there are no cars. See what I mean? Just the wind. So don't worry too much about me. I went into the convenience store just now, and the convenience stores when I arrived were all run by Japanese. They were run by 20 to 50-year-olds. But nowadays, everything's changed. And it's funny, isn't it, that in a time when Japan collectively can't stand foreigners, that all the convenience stores are run by foreigners. Isn't that weird? What do you make of that? You might say it's a bit of a paradox. It doesn't add up. If you don't like them so much, then why do you keep hiring them? Why don't you give the job to a Japanese person instead? There are plenty to give to. And how about the people that are running hospitals and hospices and nursing homes? Well, there's plenty of jobs there. You're never going to run out of old people, are you? Yeah, but nobody wants to do that anymore, do they? No, sir. Why would you want to change the diaper of a 96-year-old man when you can change your own diaper on TikTok and earn $1 million? So what I'm trying to say is, all countries need to make up their fucking mind. If they don't want foreigners to come in, well then the native people of that country need to do the fucking gross jobs that they hire foreigners to do. It's as simple as that. Now going back to the continent question, which continent gets along the most? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I know one thing. It ain't Asia. Because you know what? When you interview an Asian person and you ask them about Asia, I thought British people were pig ignorant. And they are to a degree. But comparatively, we know enough about at least we know about something about the French and the Spanish and the Germans and heck, even the Nordic countries. We know a smidgen. We can talk a little bit about them. But when you interview the Asians, they don't know Dixie. You can take that to the bank. Oh dear. They know jack shit. I went into the convenience store just now. I said, and I could read her name because it's written easily, and her name is Sue. And I said, "Hey Sue, how's it going?" Because whenever I can read them, if his name's Jamal, I'll say, "Hey Jamal, how's it going?" And of course they know that much. I don't know where the hell I am. Where the hell is this? I'm in nowhere's land here. Shit. What the fuck is this place? Oh my goodness. I'm in Timbuktu. Where the hell am I? Oh well. Well, at least you know you're not going to get run over when you leave the door. Well, I better consult the old map, but the point is, if there is a point, which there probably isn't, there's just a gym in the evening ranto. It's not a rant, actually it's just a stupid observation, is that, no, all jokes aside, I've often wondered, why is Asia the most separated continent? What is that? It does seem to me that Asia is really separated. Wow, these are nice. These are really nice houses, but they're right next to the train line. Yikes. Okay. But yeah. And I said, so where are you from, Sue? And she goes, Myanmar. And I go, oh, right, okay, God bless you, and stay safe. And that's it. But to think, you have to think about this, right? It's like, it's at night, it's in a weird location, and this job is still better. Imagine working in a convenience store late at night in your own country. Now imagine working in a convenience store late at night in a country that does not speak your language. How desperate have you got to be to work in said country? I'm guessing quite desperate. So I beg you, before you make up your minds about immigrants, think on that. There is an element of desperation. Of course, we have to use the rules and regulations, but still, please have a little bit of empathy for them before you judge them too harshly. Because if I were in their shoes, I'd do the exact same. And believe me, I've seen third world countries. It ain't pretty. And you know whose fault it is? It's our fault. You know why? Because we sat back and did nothing. All us first world countries, we just sat back and did F all. What's the point of the UN and all that jazz when they just sit back and do fuck all? They just lay back and they let poor little children work in sweatshops, and they don't intervene, and they don't say, hey, you know what's a good idea? Not letting your children work in sweatshops. How about you put some money into the government? I'll tell you what, we'll lend you a couple of quid. How about that? What about that for a change? Or maybe we can just make a deal, make some business, I don't know. But don't just let it happen, you know? We've let it all happen. And the same goes for AI. If the robots take over, good. It's what we've got coming. We've been talking about it for years, and we're just sitting on our fucking arse. We had our chance to do something about it, and we blew it. We should have said something, but we did not. We didn't. We're just a bunch of spectators at the end of the day. That's all human beings are. Just spectators. They don't want to get their hands dirty. That's all it is, folks. Renty, Mickey, that's me. Oh yes, see you next time on the same rant channel, same rat time.